Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 7 of the Hersey Hoops podcast. As always, I'm Krebs. Today with me, Jake Cohen and Coach Scott and Brett Kersemeier. Welcome back, Coach. Brett.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the pod, Brett.
Welcome to the pod,
Just
man.
as a forewarning to today's show, we are going to be highly academic.
Might as well brought Max
So if
back.
you're looking to, listen to this before school as some sort of academic stimulus to jumpstart maybe your difficult brown day or difficult orange day, this is going to be a catalyst for achievement. I can tell you that.
Perfect. Sure.
Right, Birch?
That's right.
Yeah, we prepared for this. We're getting into science. We're going to get into Spanish. We might do a segment of the podcast in Spanish.
I must say, Spanish is not my strong suit.
I hate
and no one is surprised.
That's fair. All right. I don't see a Thorns bag today.
I forgot.
No
I
He
forgot.
Coach Scott forgot.
No. Oh, no, I forgot. Just kidding. All right.
He did
so,
out.
Of course not.
Today I went to Thornton's for my
Snowfall.
weekly trip. Yeah, I had to get up a little early. I had to,
Shout out Snow.
Shout out snow.
Shout out snow.
Shout out snow in January. But I found the perfect snack today. I don't know if I've ever found as perfect a snack, and I was so excited about it that
You
when
ditched the bag.
the clerk asked, like, do you need a bag for that? I'm like, absolutely not. Because the snacks fit in my pocket,
Okay.
which has some element of effect today. But
I think I got it.
Wow.
you say this every
No,
week.
I think I got it.
I have
Yes.
no
What
idea.
is it?
Tic Tacs.
Come on, man. That's chump change. No way. All right.
People
So
thought
today,
I would have lost it.
okay, we have perhaps
Oh, wow.
the most
Whoa.
versatile and flexible snack there is.
Let's go.
Rice Krispies. Now let me explain. Okay.
Love Rice Krispies.
The,
allowed to do
versa-
it.
the versatility of a Rice Krispie treat is unparalleled. Okay. Now we've all had Rice Krispie treats cereal, correct? For
No,
breakfast.
wait, what?
Rice Krispies.
Rice
Yeah,
Krispies,
like
yeah.
the snack crackle pop.
Yes. As Snap Crackle
As a-
Pop.
no, I
Rice
don't.
Krispie treats
I
started.
love Rice Krispies.
Its origin,
Oh.
right, is as a breakfast cereal. Now, I'm assuming Krebs is more of a fan of the Rice Krispies dessert.
I am.
All right, where the Krispies are connected so tightly and
Marshmallowy.
so densely, right, that they become chewy. Now, also, cooks, chefs, bakers everywhere always put their own spin on Rice Krispies too. Like sometimes you see it with a layer of chocolate on the bottom. Sometimes you see like Rice Krispies with peanut butter. Sometimes, moms get a little crazy, throw some M&Ms in there.
I've seen that.
All sorts of stuff. You can have a Rice Krispie treat snack in a variety of ways, right? Which speaks to the versatility of our guest today, Brett Kersemeier. Okay?
Yeah.
Obviously, all conference, all area football player, had a fantastic football season, not just at one position, multiple positions. Okay?
Athlete.
Put him
is what
anywhere
they-
on the field.
On the recruiting thing, they just have
Yeah.
athlete.
5'10". Did they listed at 5'10"?
5'10", I
Generously.
think, yeah.
5'10", 170-pound athlete. Okay?
Love
And that's
that.
what you could tell. That's what I'm sure he's telling college players. You can put me anywhere, right? Put me at cornerback. Put me in the slot. Put me in the backfield.
I'll do it all.
Put me at quarterback. I'll find a way to get you 4 yards. Okay? And that speaks to the versatility of Brett. But also, as a basketball player, he plays a little bit of the point guard for us. He plays off the ball for us. He's a defender for us. He can be a face guarder. He can be a good help defender. Fun fact, Brett also played baseball for 3 years. Okay?
2
years. Kind of a utility player in a lot of different ways. Can get on base in several different ways. Now, obviously in baseball, there's a ton of ways to get on base. You can draw a walk. You can get hit by a pitch. I've never seen Brett play baseball, but I can kind of foretell him not being afraid to be hit by a pitch like a lot of other people sometimes are. Okay?
Yeah.
He can catch a fly ball. He can field a grounder. He can bunt to get on first base. He could do anything, right? But also, the consistency of the Rice Krispie treat that I shared with you guys today speaks to Brett's toughness and personality as well. As small as these Rice Krispie treats are and compact as they are, and Brett is a compact man, right?
Yeah.
You can't just pop this in and swallow it, right?
You gotta chew it.
You got to chew it because it's so tough and
It's
dense.
a job.
I almost have
work.
to ask, did you get this from like your kid's like pantry? Like it looks
Was
like.
this like
Was
was this actually
was-
at Thornton's?
Was this actually Thornton's or was this just a snack?
Yeah.
At the house
yeah.
for the kids.
You guys, the integrity of the segment is to get it
Well,
at
I
Cohen.
was just thinking, like, I don't think I've ever seen individually wrapped
Neither
Rice
have I,
Krispies for kids. Think about it. Let's
No bags, individual Rice Krispies. They're like Halloween themed.
All right, I've officially been outed. It is.
Yes.
I stole this from Dean's snack jar. Okay.
Shout out Dean.
Would
But
you-
Yeah,
I
shout
was
out
thinking
Dean.
about it
I
last night. I'm
still
like, this is
count. It
perfect.
counts. It
And I
counts.
know
Yeah.
Dean,
counts.
Yeah.
like, Dean's not going to miss the 3 of these.
Yeah.
Okay, but he probably does have 3 a day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably not good for his dental future. But like watching a little kid like chew on it too, like it takes forever, right? And if you've ever seen like Brett in a basketball jersey, like his muscles are so dense and like compact together, like he is like pound for pound one of the strongest kids I've ever coached in anything. I've coached a lot of kids and a lot of strong people.
Pound for pound makes, yeah. That,
Yeah,
I
pound
can-
for
I like
pound.
that, pound
And
for
then
Yeah, gotta get that in there.
the other day in practice, when you see Brett sometimes get frustrated too, like when he sprints, like full speed
yeah,
sprints.
it's fast. I can
And
tell
when-
you that.
We were struggling in bomb drill a little bit, and then he had to go down and back. And when he wants to win a sprint, there's nobody that can beat him.
Yeah.
And so when he really gets going, it kind of like you get taken aback, like, wow, he is really fast.
Yeah.
He is really fast and gets going really fast. But you can do things that make you pleased, and obviously, a Rice Krispie treat snack is always satisfying. It doesn't have to be huge. Now there are the huge ones, okay?
There are the huge
but
ones.
sometimes like you don't need that big of a Rice Krispie treat because the infant size snack will do.
Yeah. No, like honestly,
I
if
like
it
it.
wasn't infant size, I wouldn't have noticed. Like I would have just been like, yeah, he went to Andy's, but like Thorns, and I like looked at it and I was like, looks a little small.
Andy's Freudian slip of the tongue. Yet another way you can eat a Reese or
True.
Rice Krispie
Yes,
treat.
that is true.
Yeah.
I love Andy's. Shout
So
out
it-
Andy's.
So it
Shout out
speaks to the
Andy's.
versatility of Brett, the toughness of Brett, the compactness of Brett. A lot of different things. Okay.
I was gonna eat it.
And it's like you
Yeah.
don't feel horrible about eating a
Oh,
Rice
no,
Krispie
no.
treats. It's not like
I get excited
One of those things where
personally.
you
Oh, yeah.
read the nutrition facts, you're like, oh my god, this puts me behind the 8 ball for like 48 hours.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean,
maybe you guys don't think about.
that's not usually something I think about. Cause
Maybe you guys don't think about your metabolic mortality as much as I do.
Not me.
no.
But when you get older, perhaps Krebs.
Are you eating?
I got no nutrition facts
No,
on here. Must mean like perfect 100% protein.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
basically
I mean that's
protein.
what I've gathered.
Pure
basically.
protein, pure muscle, all hard
Yeah.
hustle and muscle, man.
Exactly.
That's right.
Wow.
That's
A lot
what we
of
say.
quotes
That's what
coming
we
at
say
me
about
early this
number
morning.
5.
Yeah, number 5. Yeah. Question: what do you think about that? I've never asked anyone what they think about their Thorn Stack week, and I'm just like
Wow.
curious.
Do you like Rice Krispies?
I do like Rice
Yeah.
Krispies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like everyone so far has liked their own. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like everyone has liked the food that you've brought. I mean, it's been pretty common stuff, but like still, everyone's liked it.
Yeah, thanks for the backhanded compliment, Connor.
Oh, I got to
It's been pretty common. Why don't you try to do the
No,
segment?
that's
It's
not
a lot
even
of
what
thought
I
that
meant.
goes
No,
into
no,
that.
I'm saying like the snacks themselves are obviously the meaning is not common.
Do you like eating them?
Yeah, it was kind of just my question. Like I was just curious. I mean, me and Charlie enjoyed our coffees on our way to our first morning class last week.
Shot of energy.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Rice
It was
Krispies
great.
are one of those things where like you have a box of it and you just walk by
Yeah,
and
oh,
like
yeah,
you just
it's-
grab one
yeah,
just as
you
like a
just, like,
snack. Yeah.
Grab
yeah.
a couple, head up to
Yeah.
the room. Yeah,
Anytime,
no, I
any
agree.
place, you can take it anywhere.
Agreed.
You can bring it in your pocket.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna slide over to some hoops questions today. Not a lot to
Nice.
talk about.
Yeah, we've been.
Not a
We've
lot
been-
to talk about.
Been pretty low key lately, but as of last Thursday, Hersey faced off against Buffalo Grove. Hersey won for the second time this year, 53-45. What helped you guys to victory this time in a game that was much more in your control the second time around?
BK.
Well, I think we stuck to the game plan and we just tried to play our own game. When we played them the first time, they just kind of slowed us down a ton, and which frustrated us. And with me not playing in that first game too, it allowed me to see even more the frustration that our guys were having because the final score was in like the 30s, which is just like crazy. And so then we just tried to not let them slowing it down get to us. And then they were face guarding Jared and Jackson. So then that just allowed, like, Max at a big game. So just allowing the other guys to kind of step up in a little bit bigger of a role really helped a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I think, the first time around they caught us up a little bit off guard with the zone. They hadn't shown zone all year, and then they played zone against us. And then, Coach Hess and Coach Rugg and I were talking during the week, like, all right, we're ready for the zone. We're ready for the man. Like, that's kind of all they got gimmick-wise, right? We're like, it has to be. Right? And then, obviously, the triangle and two on Jared and Jackson, again, was unique in something that we haven't seen. But I think the guys did a good job not reacting to it emotionally, And I was talking to Jared about this, too. Like, when you get face guarded in a specialty defense, it makes things really difficult for that person. Like, they can't touch the ball. Jared obviously has the ball in his hands a lot. Sometimes like, high school players like lose patience and think like they have to get the ball and then they have to shoot on some crazy gimmick defense, and that's exactly what they want you to do. Yeah. But, I think Max took great advantage of it. I think he had like 18 points in the first half, made a few threes in the first half. That helped. Max hit a couple. My guy BK hit one. Okay. Comes in, just strokes it.
Crafton hit one, too.
Crafton hit one. So I think when multiple guys score, then it kind of makes them second guess their strategy. Whenever a team second guesses their strategy, you have them right where they want them. And I think that that's something that, allowed us to build a lead in the first half that was as many as 10, but then got down to, I think, 4 or 6.
Yeah, they tried to make a little push at the end.
Yeah, we lost Wooden a few times in transition and allowed him to get to the free throw line. But, overall, I think we really stuck to the course and had a good third quarter. In the fourth quarter, got a little bit sketchy at the end, but I thought we did a good job composure-wise to maintain our poise during that moment.
So that was the only game since our last podcast. So
Yeah.
I think this is the first time that's happened. So here's the next question. Hersey has taken a lot of time off since their last game. How have you guys prepared for the rematch tomorrow against, very good Rolling Meadows team? How do you guys prepare for that?
Yeah, Rolling Meadows presents a unique challenge. Obviously very talented, very long, very tall, very athletic, very skilled. Whatever adjective you want to use to describe Rolling Meadows
that's kind of what I
generally
was
fits.
thinking.
They're 20-0 in regular season games and then 0-3 in like these crazy shootouts where they're playing against the best teams in the state. So their 3 losses are to New Trier, Brother Rice, and Joliet West. But that said, Prospect took them to the brink last week and lost, 45-43 with a shot at the buzzer. And I do think we can compete and beat Rolling Meadows. I think like last time, the score was 66-36. If we let them get up into the high 60s, low 70s, maybe our chances aren't as high, but we got some things planned, for Thursday. Obviously a tough place to play in Rolling Meadows, and then obviously against the talent and coaching that they have. But, we're confident in our preparation and preparing and being ready to go. And then, Saturday we have another tough one in Libertyville. Went and saw Libertyville last night against Lake Forest. Libertyville's the biggest team we'll play all year.
Who won that game?
Libertyville won.
So you owe Max $10.
I owe Max and Quinn Chipotle. I thought the Scouts, I got a lot of pride for the Scouts, and having worked there for 8 years.
I was gonna say.
And usually they play really well at Libertyville. They were up at halftime, and I got all excited, and then probably sent an overzealous text, and then the third quarter kind of did them in. But they're really big. I mean, 6'8", 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", 6'4". So
Yeah.
Can I just say, I love the way you dodged it like football coaches do, without getting into the scheme. How they always do it. No scheme talk.
I don't think Coach Katovich is a loyal listener to the Hersey Hoops podcast, but you
never
You
know.
never
You're
know,
always
yeah.
looking for an
You never
edge. So I'm not gonna tell him exactly what we have planned.
Yeah.
But
I do have a shout out for Meadows though. Mark, he was on Ball His Life. He got a lot of views on
I did
the
see
big
that,
man.
yeah.
He kind of went famous almost in a way, and it was actually pretty cool because I respect that dude. That dude's a bucket. But
Mark Nikolic Wilson.
that dude is a bucket.
Great.
I love watching that kid.
athletes with hyphenated last names.
Yeah,
I don't know.
agree with that.
It just
I
adds
agree.
such an effect.
Yeah, like especially obviously not in high school, but when you have the name on your and it's just like so ignorantly long, and you're looking at it, and you're just like, why?
When they have to like curve it,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I remember as a kid, like watching the draft when Michael Kidd Gilchrist got drafted. And then like they showed his mom, and her last name wasn't Kidd nor Gilchrist. Like,
How does it even make sense?
how does this make sense?
Yeah.
Like it threw my brain into a pretzel.
Yeah,
You know?
or like Metal World Peace when he had that whole thing on the like that is just
One of my favorite
crazy.
college players of all time, played with Derrick Rose, Chris Douglas Roberts in Memphis. He had
Oh, jeez.
he had the horseshoe last
That's
name.
hilarious.
Like if Kersemeier had a hyphen.
Yeah.
What's your mom's maiden name, Brett?
Stark.
Okay. Stark Kersemeier. That could be a full horseshoe.
Yeah, that could be long. Yeah.
You know, me and Brett's moms were friends in high school.
Yeah, they
Really?
were.
Whoa, fun fact of the day.
At Hersey.
At Hersey.
The Kersemeyers
Oh.
go way back.
Yeah.
Both your parents.
Our
went to
Hersey blood runs deep. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
his
okay.
grandpa was like the principal.
My grandpa
no?
was principal.
Yeah.
I
No
think
way.
you are correct. Yes.
I did not know
Donald.
that.
Don Kersemeier, yep.
That's crazy. You learn something new every day.
Dr. Don.
Dr. Don. Oh, I like that a lot.
But yeah, Brett's parents were high school sweethearts, right here.
They
at
were,
Hersey.
yeah.
That's two
Yeah.
now, right? We had a BG with
Yeah, the Riggs.
that's crazy, man.
There's hope for you yet, Brett.
Yeah, there is.
Now we got some questions for Brett. Brett, we all know that you were massively successful this year during the football season at running back and receiver and corner. How do you feel that season went, and what was the transition like for you into basketball?
I mean, obviously, I feel like the season went really well.
Yeah.
It was kind of just a lot of hard work leading up to that. So I felt like it was a lot of work paid off. But I also obviously didn't end the way we wanted it to. It was kind of a difficult ending. And especially seeing that team go to the state championship, I think
Yeah.
that really should have been us, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was looking back on it, I have no regrets. I think
Yeah.
it was amazing season, amazing memories. And then the transition was a little bit tough just because I was pretty banged up
Yeah.
after basketball season.
Pretty banged up might be the understatement.
Yeah, a lot of guys were though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, just took a lot of hits, and so then during because I hurt my shoulder too, I couldn't really shoot for a while. So then coming back, my shot just felt super off, just because not shooting a basketball for
Yeah.
that long just makes it really tough to just get right back into the swing of things. And then I was just like, when I got back, I was not in very good shape just because I hadn't played in
yeah.
a while. But then once I get back in the groove of it, I'm feeling pretty good.
You know, I remember one of the first times Brett was back, and we gave him that kind of week and a half, 2 weeks to get settled, and Carson was kind of ready to go, and Johnny was getting there, and I'm like, when Brett came back, I'm like, Brett, shoot a basketball, and his shoulder was like really messed up, and he shoots the three, and it lands like in the middle of the paint. And I'm like, Brett, you're going to need a few more weeks. He goes, yeah, I think so. And it was like all his strength, and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, was it like rotating? Like, what was it? Just like so, like.
It was AC joint, so it just separated. So my collarbone is not even attached to my bone right here anymore. Yeah.
and your ankle.
Yeah, I sprained my ankle.
I remember the
The
ankle. That
ankles
was
was
like at the
wild.
end of the year ish.
Yeah, that was
kinda.
Yeah, Brett, being a senior on the team, what sort of things are expected of you, and how do you try to elevate your teammates as a senior?
Well, I mean, I think everyone looks up to you as a senior. I remember being an underclassman, and I always looked up to the seniors, and both for basketball advice and just life advice and just to talk to. I mean, I thought the seniors were so cool, so I just try to be like a role model to them. And for the younger guys like Brody and Ricky and all those guys, just try to show them how we do things and get them ready for the future and make sure that they feel welcome, because I think that's an important thing that the seniors did to me when I was an underclassman. So yeah, just making them feel welcome, making them feel like they belong at the team dinners and after practice, just everywhere.
That's
I feel
a
like
great.
it's
That's
important.
a great answer.
That is a good answer. I was thinking about. I'm like, that's one of the best answers you're gonna get out of that question right there.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for on that?
Not much.
Yeah, not much.
He's making his bid for president. Of our
Wow. He's campaigning right
Yeah,
now.
it's basically a campaign.
PR
And then-
genius.
And then, Brett, with that, or kind of lean back to the first one almost, but Brett, any news on what you might be doing next year? Football,
Ooh.
school? After we asked Charlie, I was like, you know what? I should have been asking this all year. What do
Yeah.
you have you like thought about any more on it? Football or not?
I am gonna play football.
You are
I
gonna play
think.
football.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm looking at. I really hope that I get an Ivy would be my dream.
Yeah,
an Ivy
yeah,
League.
yeah.
Just because I think that would be really cool. It'd be a really cool opportunity.
Yeah,
I'm
great
trying.
opportunity.
I'm trying to use football to kind of get me into
Yeah.
a really good academic school. But if that doesn't work out, probably Wash U in St. Louis.
Okay, yeah.
I visited there in December, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's
Can I share a quick anecdote?
Yeah, of course.
And this goes with our sponsorship too. I told Brett I was going to tell this story. I love talking to seniors about their supplement essays. I feel like you can learn a lot about
I agree.
a student athlete through their supplement essays. And you have the people on our team who just refuse to share any detail. Like Max. I'm like, Max, what'd you write your supplements on? He's like, dude, mind your own business. And I'm like, what? Okay. And then I'm like, Brett, what'd you write your supplements on? What you wrote your supplement for Yale or Dartmouth on? He's like, actually, I wrote it about going to Thornton's. And I'm like, explain. And I'm going to let Brett explain
Okay.
why he wrote
Yeah, I'm
about
excited.
sliding Thornton's for his
Yeah.
Ivy League supplement
Wow.
essay.
Sometimes it's those that just end up working out the
Absolutely.
best. So it's
Absolutely.
Like, I'm so curious. To
Yeah,
know.
here we go. Here we go.
I can't remember what the question was exactly, but it was something like something you enjoy, something you enjoy doing or you're passionate, something like that. And I thought the cliche answers playing sports or so I was just thinking if I want to get noticed, what's something that nobody's gonna be writing about. And my sister made a good point. She was like, these admissions people are going through just probably bored out of their
Yeah.
minds. So I want to give them a little laugh,
Yeah,
give them
yeah.
something that is different from what they've seen. So I was like, well, I love going to Thornton's. I think I could write a pretty interesting one out of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just kind of tried to make
Just
it a little
taking
bit
in
funny.
taking
Yeah.
in the incredible variety
Yeah,
of Thornton's and knowing
I
what
did
your
include that. in
what
the-
your palate is calling for
Yeah.
at
Wow.
that moment.
That's definitely
Are you going sweet? You
there
going
could be a
savory?
lot
You
of
going heavy? You
meaning
going
behind
light?
that too.
And then I
for
kind of
sure.
connected it to
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
life and being social there. I'm not gonna go to Thornton's by myself.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with friends or go with team,
Yeah.
slide Thornton's before practice or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting fact, as an aside from that, Grove had a Thornton's drink at the JV game. And I'm like, Grove, what's in there? Because there was no water behind our
Yeah.
bench. I'm like, why don't you give some of the guys? What do you got? He's like, dude, this is it. He's like,
Just
you know how
filling it up.
Grove is too. He's like, dude, this is a unique concoction, man. This is one of one. I'm like, what's in it? He's like, well, it's Powerade, lemonade, water, iced tea. I'm like, he listed 6 different things. I'm like,
Stop right there.
I'm like, what color is it? He's like, don't worry about the color.
His quote was something like, it's good when it starts to turn purple or something.
How do you find out you like that combination?
Grove spends a lot of time.
Yeah, those kids, that junior class loves. I
They
feel like
do,
every
yeah.
time I'm there,
do,
there's
yeah.
kids just in there, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
And then even after every single home football game, he would be there. Yeah, I swear.
Yeah.
Even
Grove's a
couple of guys.
loyalist.
Yeah,
He is a Thornton's Federalist for sure.
that's crazy. Yeah, so good luck to you on that though. For real, Ivy League,
Thank
that's
you,
crazy.
yeah.
I cannot imagine. I couldn't. Hot seat. It's like a fire. Yeah. You do
guys
it
got
best.
it.
He does it best. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
All right, Brett.
Definitely not a cool throne.
Hot seat.
Favorite vacation spot.
I'm gonna have to go Hawaii probably.
Ooh, yeah, no bad.
How many times have you been to Hawaii?
I've been there once. Yeah.
Do you know what island?
I went to Oahu.
Is that where you went this summer with the picture of you and your sister on the cliff that you climbed?
No, that was Yosemite. That was pretty cool too. Though.
That picture
Yeah.
made me nervous.
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe you can bring up this picture. I
can
know you
bring
did
it
a
up.
great job
Yeah.
with Schiffman's Instagram. There's a picture of Brett and his sister, Hannah, okay, climbed to the top of this rock, formation with, no harness.
Yeah.
It wasn't belay on or whatever, they do the rock climbers,
Yeah.
on belay on.
Yeah.
But they're like standing at the edge of this rock, and like the picture, I'm like, oh my gosh, like they're really high up. Like that. And then they're like on the edge taking pictures. I'm like, ah, you know. And I talked to Brett's mom about it. I'm like, that picture made me nervous. She's like, yeah, I was happy to be on the ground, but you know, I trust them. Like, you know, but it was a really cool picture. Maybe you can dig it up.
It's been
We
on
could work
there.
on it. We could
I don't
work
know. You guys know the Half Dome hike in Yosemite? It's
Never
like
been to Yosemite.
Yeah,
it's like 17 miles up and down.
You hiked
so then-
17 miles.
Yeah, so
That's
I was exhausted. But
Yeah,
then you
it's
get
a
to
lot.
that was the very top, and you just like look over. Yosemite is like in a big valley of granite, so you just look over the valley,
That's sick.
and then it's just like a straight drop off. So
Yeah.
like, so we were
That's
just like
crazy.
dangling our legs over.
Oh,
Like I don't know how high it is. but
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm like,
heights don't freak me out, but my dad would be losing it a little
I'm
bit.
getting
Yeah,
anxious
same.
right
My
now.
dad really-
My dad.
My dad's
hates
a
that.
heights-
Like he
yeah.
doesn't.
I'm getting anxious right now.
Yeah,
Really, you're big.
Yeah.
Not roller
I can-
coasters too and stuff.
I'm
or-
fine on roller coasters. Giant drop was never my favorite.
Okay, yeah.
I used to
Giant
hate
drop
giant
is scary.
drop.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, you're just dangling up there.
For,
And it's like,
for some reason, the giant drop like is a
Yeah.
crazy good memory. First time I ever went on it with my sister, some girl like next to us was like, "Oh my god, I could see my house from here." And like as a joke, obviously, and I was like, I was a little alright, and I was like laughing so hard I didn't even like know, and then we just like dropped. So like ever since then, I've just been like, "Oh, this isn't even scary." So like I don't know, like that one experience like single handedly like got rid of my fear, I guess, for that. So it was like,
Wild.
yeah, I don't know. I like heights though.
I think I'm gonna get to the phase probably in 5 years where my, like kids want to
Yeah.
go on stuff like that. I just have no ambition. To
Yeah.
do it. Maybe my wife will go on.
Yeah.
I'll get some cotton candy or something.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm afraid of heights, but I felt
Is-
queasy.
yeah,
like,
you were just
looking
like,
over the
"Ugh,
edge.
dude."
Yeah. And my dad took the picture and he's like, "All right, now
Yeah.
get off."
That's funny.
All right. So next question. What's one meal that you can cook?
That I can cook. Oh man, I'm not a big chef, but probably protein pancakes is a specialty of
Whoa. Okay.
mine. Yeah.
I would love. All right. Yeah. That's
Put the
You put
pancake mix, some protein powder.
protein
You
powder
put,
in
like,
it?
the
Yeah, that's what I
fruit
was
on the
gonna-
pancakes, syrup
yeah,
only.
raspberry.
Yeah.
Raspberry syrup.
Raspberry.
Okay.
My
Yeah. That's
favorite,
definitely
my
good.
favorite fruit. Now he's speaking my language.
That sounds really good actually. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Is
lie,
it
that's probably
blue
really
raspberry
good.
syrup? Does that exist? Could that
No,
go on
dude,
Connor's
dude,
pancakes?
come on.
Wait, what?
Isn't he a blue raz guy?
I'm a blue raz
Oh,
guy.
you're a
Dude,
blue
like,
raz.
It's battery acid.
No, that was not me. That was
I
me.
know,
Yeah, that was
that
me.
was Oko.
That was me. Do you call me Oko again?
I know. I'm sorry.
You got to figure that one out. Wait, where are we? Oh, who on the team would make the best president? We've had.
Vote for yourself.
Fun fact: in 8th grade, I won most likely to become president.
Oh,
for Tom.
wow. There it is. There
The campaign
it
is
is.
Let me
strong.
ask you
I
this.
am gonna
that
say
is-
myself.
yeah.
Can I pivot the question?
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, presidential candidates, they have to choose a vice president that runs with them that can kind of complement
Yeah. I
like
their
this.
strengths and have, a unique kind of audience of their own. So I'm not even going to limit it to the team. I need you to choose a vice presidential candidate. Now, of course, it could be male or female.
I'm trying to
There's
think
a
of. Yeah, true.
There's a female vice president now.
I'm trying to think of.
There has never been a couple that's been a president, vice president. Just throwing things out there.
I'm excited to see what you're going to have to say for this
Me
one.
too.
So.
Oh,
Me
man.
too. Me too.
Vice president.
You're in classes with a lot of smart people, Brett.
Yeah.
Think about the electorate that
Or
needs
maybe
you.
even on the basketball team just to have that like
Yeah.
undying like
Yeah.
loyalty.
It could be Krebs.
Oh no, please no. I'm good. I'll pass on that
Could
one.
you imagine Krebs in like politics?
Oh
No.
God, no.
You'd be
I'm
getting
not-
so mad.
I just like would. I don't have the patience for these people, dude. I just don't.
Be in like the Senate meeting and just get up
Oh
and
my
leave.
God, I'd just like this. It'd be like,
I'm out.
It'd be like being in school. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my.
So what do you got? Give us a name.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think I know where I would go with my vice presidency.
I know.
There's a lot of options here.
If I had to choose a Hersey student, I know mine.
Okay, you're next.
I'm gonna have to go Charlie Schiffman, I think.
Yeah, I knew. I had a feeling that's what you. That was my leading one too. I think I would go Charlie Schiffman as well, actually, just cause like.
He's just like he has people skills.
Yeah,
and, like,
and like I don't know what it is, but like when you have Charlie on your side with something,
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
it's just like feels so much more like,
Being a mentor leader with Charlie,
Yeah.
yeah, we just
Yeah.
People skills was a deciding factor in mine. Natalie Alicia,
oh, fair, yeah, fair
Yeah.
game.
you know,
Yeah.
she can kind of cultivate and galvanize a group, like get them all
Yeah.
hyped up.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of energy. She's good at things that I'm not. She's very approachable. And I'm
Agree.
not saying I try to be approachable, but sometimes, freshmen are scared of me.
yeah.
You know,
I know there were a lot of freshmen who were scared of you.
Yeah.
Like freshmen on the basketball team.
I don't.
All
All right,
They
to
were-
be
they were
fair, when I was
terrified
a
of
freshman,
you.
I was scared too.
Ve-
Well,
Like
you
when
just,
I
like-
first met you, I was scared, but then like we talked and I was like, oh, okay, this dude's chill.
You know what? James Nolan used to tell me that too. Like he's like, dude, those kids are scared to death of you. I'm like, but I try to be like
No,
really
like yeah,
friendly.
it wasn't like you were mean to anyone. It's just like you.
He's
were
like
scared.
maybe don't snap the clipboard in front of their face.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
and they'll be
my
like-
first interaction with you, you punted the basketball across the East Gym, and I looked at Ryan and I was like, "This dude's crazy." I
That
remember.
never happened.
No,
So some of these stories get so embellished.
I was right there. Some kid was dribbling after you said to stop dribbling. Ball, please. He gives you the ball. You turned around and kicked it. I know if we ask multiple people, I will have someone who remembers
Can we
this.
edit this out?
No,
No.
we're absolutely not editing that out.
That was me with Coach Max. Remember like those summer camps with Coach Max? The like.
Heron?
I don't know his
Yeah,
last
Max
name.
Heron. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
too.
terrified of that man.
Really, Max?
Yeah.
Max is so nice. That totally did
Yeah, that's
happen,
what-
and that is why I was scared of
Yeah.
you for the first like week and a half of you.
Well, I feel like, yeah, they just like they don't know him that well.
Yeah,
so like when
yeah.
when he comes to talk to them, like when he's trying to be
Yeah,
friendly, they're just
exactly.
like intimidated. So
Yeah.
like
I agree.
You probably remember this. The one time it was Ethan's senior year, and I yelled at Ethan, and I hit the ball, and
Oh,
almost hit the
yeah,
huddle
yeah.
camera, and we were filming practice, so it's all live. Like it's all live. It's hilarious. I still have the video, but like,
Yeah, it's got to go in here
yeah,
now.
like Coach White's like. He didn't know where the ball was. So he's like covering his head. It was like when the huddle camera was brand new
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
missed. Like I hit the ball and it missed the huddle camera by like a foot and a half.
Oh yeah.
You know, but nobody's perfect.
It's like even the kickball thing, like no one was like, oh my god, he kicked the ball. It was just like
That's the stuff you look
we
back
were-
and laugh
Yeah,
on,
exactly.
yeah.
Like I just remember that, and I was like, what am I like? Oh, that was so.
you know, I'm
funny.
sure Donatucci's throwing a few things.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure you're not. Yeah, no, 100%. Where did we just? Oh, it's you. Guilty.
Oh yeah. Guilty music pleasure. Brett.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I don't even know what Brett's music taste would be.
Yeah.
To
What's
be honest.
guilty for him?
Yeah.
guilty music pleasure, I'd probably say Megan Trainor.
Oh
You
wow.
guys know Megan Trainor?
Yeah.
She's some
Dude,
good music.
yeah, all about that bass, no
Yeah,
trouble, dude.
she's some good music.
All right, what would be your normal music taste?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge
Yeah.
rap guy. I like the oldies a lot,
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
80s and 90s stuff. I like that a lot.
I could see him being like a big '90s alt rock guy.
Yeah, I like some rock. I like
I see that.
AC/DC.
Oh, okay,
and,
yeah.
hmm
All right,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah, no, I can understand that. Celebrity crush, the good old, the OG. Honestly, this is the OG of it all. To be honest,
yeah.
it
these are
really
good
is.
Questions.
This was one that I was thinking about before I came on here. I think I'm gonna have to go Emma Watson.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's a good
Emma
one.
Watson, isn't she an Ivy League grad?
Is she?
Or I'm
I
thinking
have no
Natalie
idea.
Portman.
I don't
Maybe.
know.
I haven't, dude.
Natalie
No.
Portman
I
went
do
to
not
Harvard.
like.
No idea.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But-
yeah.
Fair,
Mhm.
fair game.
Emma Watson.
Fair game.
I mean, I feel like Harry Potter was like the one movie we all kind of watched growing up.
Yeah.
Never seen Harry Potter. Never read the book
No,
either.
there's no way.
Yeah, no Harry
As
Potter.
a
No,
lit teacher?
no
I
Harry
feel
Potter.
like
No
he
Lord of the
was-
Rings. No Star
What?
I
Wars.
feel like this dude.
No Star Wars?
None of them? Like,
No,
all right,
no
like
Star
none
Wars.
of them.
None of them.
Like-
Not a big science fiction guy. Sorry, I'm not into witchcraft, guys. Like, sorry.
You can be not big into science
wild,
fiction. You
dude.
still
Yeah, like-
should have seen at least one of those. Though.
The fact that you haven't seen a single one out of
Yeah.
those
I
three.
blame my parents.
All right, like Lord of the Rings, I would say I
I've never seen-
understand.
I've never
I've
seen
only
Lord of the
seen the
Rings.
one, and that was The Hobbit. So like I don't even think that
Yeah, I did
counts.
see
I tried to like when like Game of Thrones was so popular.
Oh
I tried
my,
that. I'm
greatest
like,
show of
this-
all time.
This show.
That
Really?
is the greatest show of all time.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The Sopranos is.
Nah, all right, Sopranos is good, but Game of Thrones is better. Anyways, on to the Oh wait, it's you. It's your Cohen.
Oh yeah, this one's actually pretty good. What would be your dream job, Brett?
Great addition to the questions here. This one.
Well, obviously, like my dream job would be a professional athlete,
Yeah,
probably,
for
but
sure.
I'm not gonna say that. I would say probably some kind of like I don't even know, some kind of like engineer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Civil engineer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Mhm.
Got a couple engineers on the basketball team.
Yeah, like they're replanning downtown downtown Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
Brett's like designing the buildings.
Maybe
I
the
think
Bears
that-
Stadium.
Yeah, maybe the Bears Stadium. True.
Yeah, I think the idea of like creating something new that like people are actually gonna like use is pretty cool.
Yeah. Favorite drink in the world? As a Thornton's guy, I'm sure there's one.
I've always been a big milk guy.
Oh, fair.
nice.
Love milk.
2%. You go whole. Skim.
I go 1%.
1%.
Whoa. Okay.
1%.
But I'd say like like specifically Oberweis chocolate milk.
Oh,
is
yeah,
probably
yeah,
the best
yeah,
by far.
Yeah, that makes your
Yep,
return.
yep, love it. Mhm.
Have you ever milked a cow before?
I have actually. Yeah.
me too.
What?
Yeah, I've milked the cow.
Wow.
too.
All right, I guess
My
I'm the
freshman
only
college
one.
roommate was from Milton, Wisconsin,
Ooh.
dairy farm. So like Milton was like halfway between home and school. So I stopped there and slept there one night. And like the whole farm culture was obviously second nature to him. He's like, "Do you want to get up and milk in the morning?" I'm like, "Yeah, when in Rome,
Yeah.
sure." Wakes me up at like 4
Yeah, you
o'clock
weren't
in the
ready.
morning. And like I had never seen, like, this is kind of weird to talk about on the podcast, but I'd never seen a cow pee before.
Okay.
Have you seen a cow pee?
No,
before?
I've not.
It's not a stream. It's a bucket.
What?
Whoa.
It's a bucket, like water just falling out. And then it milked. He's like, it's actually kind of hard.
It is.
Like
yeah.
you have to do give a lot
Yeah,
of effort
yeah.
into it. And like I did it.
I-
Did
wow.
one, and I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out farmers.
shout
Yeah.
out farmers.
Yeah.
A&F,
crazy.
America needs farmers, man.
Yeah. Oh no, it's you.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out, my
uh,
favorite question.
Here we go, Brett. What would a Brett Kersemeier warning label read?
This is my favorite question by far. This has turned into one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking about this. I didn't really know what to say, but I decided on warning competitive fire.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
I like to think
Well,
I'm a pretty
competitive ones-
competitive person.
Yeah, that's understandable. I agree. That one works for a lot of people. Like Charlie,
Yeah.
Charlie's was really good. That I'm
Well,
so happy.
I haven't
he
watched
said,
that episode. yet.
Charlie said try hard. Or well, that's not how he worded it. Though. I mean, try hard. I guess is
something like
technically
that.
Yeah, I
what he
guess it was
said.
like warning. We'll try hard at anything.
Yeah, it would try
Yeah.
harder. It was basically try hard,
Yeah.
but yeah, though that one I respect him for being able to say that one.
Quinn's high voltage.
High
I
vo-
think.
yeah, that one was
That was
funny.
The dog one? Who
I
was
like
the dog?
Jasper's
Was that
dog one.
Jasper?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jasper.
yeah.
Jasper's.
Jasper.
When
Yeah.
I heard
Warning
the
more
question,
dog than you think.
Yeah, something like that.
when I heard the question on Quinn's,
Beware of-
because Quinn
Was it
first,
Beware of
right?
Dog?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna do Beware of Dog, and then Jasper, like the very next episode, did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
That's Mike though. I love Mike. Mike always got those funny little things to say.
Yeah.
Now we're on to some shout outs. I have a couple shout outs
Yeah.
first.
Hold on. Can I tell a quick story about
oh,
Brett?
Yeah. Go
So-
for it. Didn't work into the conversation earlier. so
No,
you
I
just
was.
gotta
I
go now.
actually kind of forgot about it. I wanted to tell at the beginning. So, the guys, this kind of spawned last year that they called him Bursch, right? And then Butterburger Bursch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. And then so when like Coach Hess came on staff, he kept calling him Curse. I'm like, Coach, they don't call him Curse, they call him Bursch. He's like, what? Like, what? Why? Like, what's going on? I'm like, well, it all kind of stems back to, like, last year we went to Lake Forest College to watch Rocco play a game, and we stopped at Culver's.
You got
All
that.
right. And I have never seen a human being inhale a cheeseburger as quickly as Brett took down that Butterburger. So, like, everyone's like, "Whoa, Butterburger burst!" Like, it was like, and it was like gone like a cartoon. And like, just like disintegrated into thin air. I was like, man, Bursch was hungry.
It was a long day. I was
Yeah,
hungry.
he could put food away, man.
That's respect.
you know,
That's respect.
compactness.
And I've heard that at team dinners too. Like he goes 2 or 3 rounds
Yeah.
at the buffet
Gotta
table.
gotta get the weight up a little
Yeah, I
bit
feel
somehow.
that.
Get your weight up, not your hate up, right, Krebs?
That's so goofy. Yeah, 100%.
Shout out Jimmy for the nickname. I think it was Jimmy McCook.
Yeah.
Really,
Shout out
Jimmy
Jimmy.
always got the nicknames on him. Shout out Jimmy. Shout out Jimmy for real. I also have another shout out Indiana basketball because they're basically the best team in the Big Ten. We don't need to touch on that anymore until they lose today against Minnesota. You have one.
Yeah, I just wanted to get a quick shout out to the Suns and Ryan Stearns and Evan Namowitz and Michael Siemens for blowing us out in HYBA. They shot like 80% from 3, and it was disgusting.
Stearns is good. Having guarded him in the alumni or the
Yeah.
faculty versus students
Yeah.
game, that was a tough matchup for me. You know, I had to really get myself going.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, he's
when
quick.
I was told, me and him made a bet actually about who was going to win that game.
Just put it on.
I'm
We
going
get it.
to.
Indiana is 1-2 in a row.
All
Because
right,
put
three,
it like
three,
against
make
the
it-
computer.
make
Put it like
three,
back a
actually,
little bit.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that game. I don't think we ever really talked about that game.
Yeah, we did.
So, did we on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was cornered because I didn't know Coach Scott was playing, and then all of a sudden I look and he's playing, and I was like,
And then he got face guarded, and then
I
he
was
got a
like-
goose egg.
I was just like, all right, this is good.
Yeah, I remember that day Scott told us like a couple days before that he was
Yeah.
playing, but not to tell anyone. And the day of that food drive, Krebs was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna blow him out.
yeah,
the
'cause-
faculty
okay.
team is terrible."
All right,
And
like, let's think about it.
And it was
though.
so hard not
Let's
to
think
tell
about
him.
it. If we don't have an 11-year-old and Coach Scott on the floor, like, do
That's
we
true,
lose that?
yeah.
No, not a chance. Like, what do you want me to do? Stuff an 11-year-old? Absolutely not. You will never catch me doing that. He's 11. And then Mr. Vernon's talking, and then, like, talking stuff. And then he tears his Achilles, like, yeah, karma's a, yeah. Sorry. We'll cut that out. Any shout-outs, Coach Scott?
Gee whiz. I have a shout out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a shout out to freshmen going through Poetry Out Loud right now.
Oh,
Poetry Out Loud.
Who
Poetry
won
Out-
that our
Jason.
freshman year? No.
Yeah, I thought it was Jason.
I thought it was I thought it was someone. I want to say it was
Seriously?
someone so random, dude. Like
I'll fact check it, but I thought it was
I always
Jason.
do this.
He might have won, but there was a finalist. Oh, Mike. Mike was a finalist. I remember.
Jasper.
Seriously,
Someone on our basketball team was a finalist because you made a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I can see it
And
being
you
like
thought it was
Gazda or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Charlie Arvanitis won his class.
Good for Charlie R.
His was good, but I always memorize a poem to to prove to them that it can be done too. So I'm performing today in class. I'm excited.
Can you recite it for us?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's called Today by Billy Collins. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
If ever there were a spring day so perfect, so uplifted by a warm, intermittent breeze that it made you want to throw open all the windows in the house and unlatch the door to the canary's cage, indeed, rip the little door from its jamb. A day when the cool brick paths and the garden bursting with peonies seemed so etched in sunlight that it made you want to take a hammer to the glass paperweight on the living room end table, unleashing the inhabitants from their snow-covered cottage so they could walk out, holding hands and smiling into this larger dome of blue and white. Well, today is just that kind of day.
Wow.
Wow.
Are they all that long? Because I know for a fact mine was not.
No, they got
got
to be in between 10 and 20 lines.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I always tell them, like, hey, if I can teach 5 classes, coach a basketball team,
Memorize a poem.
help raise 2 kids,
Yeah.
move last week or 2 weeks ago, you guys can do it. I know you're
Yeah.
busy, but like, get out of your own way. That's
Yeah,
what I tell them.
100%.
I like the teachers who do that, who like
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the work that you do. Just
Yeah. Just prove that it's done.
Yeah, example essays.
Yeah,
I think
love that.
example essays are huge.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, you always showed the example
Always
essay.
show
I love
examples.
that.
You got to.
I wish I had you in class. We would have
common
had
ground.
such a good time.
Yeah.
We would have had a good time.
Yeah.
You know it. We would have had a good time.
You should have been in that class with Jake and Cade.
Yeah. See, like that would have been
That would've
amazing.
been great.
That would have been
Tyson
Sheets,
so.
Karis.
That would
Your
have been
girl
so
Karis was in
fun.
there.
That would
Maddie
have been
on
so
Teed.
fun.
Maddie Unteed. No, Karis was not in that class.
No, Karis was in that
Karis was in
class.
that
She was in it.
Who did I? Wait, what year was that?
Karis's brother won last year, and then memorized 3 poems. Ended up winning the whole school competition.
Dang.
Shout
that's
out Colin.
impressive.
That dude's a legend. No, I don't think it was Colin.
Colin's Karis's brother.
Yeah,
The
but he's
younger
the
one.
younger one. He's a sophomore now.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Keaton, maybe.
Keaton
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
very right.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
His performances were like epic.
Was he like getting into it? And,
Yeah, because
like,
I'm a judge, and it was like one about baseball, and he was really good, man. And he's just a little guy.
Yeah.
Like he was like maybe 5'2", but he had the passion.
I had such a. Oh, what year do you have? You freshman?
Freshmen, juniors only.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have. Last year I Miss Connell though. Me and Miss Connell are tight. Love
Miss
Miss
is-
Connell. Love Miss Connell.
she-
Shout out Miss
yeah,
Connell
shout
for
out Miss
real.
Connell,
Love
yeah.
that woman.
She wrote my letter of rec. Shout out Miss Connell.
Love Miss Connell. Great teacher. Brett, do you have any other shout outs?
I have a few. I'm gonna use this
Oh.
platform.
Here we
Oh.
go.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Let's
Look at
get
this
into
guy.
it.
Campaigning.
Shout out Olivia Chanelli.
Yes,
Obviously.
yes.
Shout out OC.
OC, incredible student. I had her as a freshman. Incredible student.
Yeah, shout out her. Shout out Charlie Schiffman last week. I get into the locker room, and Johnny Muchacho walks up to me and is like, Schiff forgot to shout me out on the podcast because he shouted out our whole mentor team, and Schiff forgot him. So a very special shout out to Johnny Muchacho today.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. Taking care of his teammates.
That's what I was just about to say. Look at that.
This guy.
This is a great episode right here. So,
And then just recently added last night, scrolling through Instagram, the HYBA account, some new awards, and one award caught my eye, and that was the Zach Ott Big Man of the Year award. So shout out Zach Ott for getting his own HYBA award.
He's like DeAndre Ayton.
dude, playing with Ott is so enjoyable. Because when Ott sets a screen, those half
Oh, yeah,
these
you're
kids
not
just
getting
get
through that.
That's
Yeah.
the Patrick Ewing of HYBA.
like, dude, there was we were playing the Pistons, and there was this one kid, and it was like a fast break, and I like used him like as off his shoulder. I look behind me, kid is just on the floor. And like, yeah, shout out.
I am
That's
terrified to
a brick
play your
wall.
team.
Ott is
if
a
you
big
get Ott
dude.
in space in like a sprint
Yeah.
to screen situation,
Yeah.
and they like
It's
the guy's not there
over.
to call it
Yeah.
out.
It's
Well,
no,
he's-
that's what I'm saying.
Enjoy
He's
the hospital,
deceptively
bro.
quick, too.
Oh, dude,
He'll
no.
like, yeah.
People
Yeah.
don't understand how athletic
yeah.
Ott actually is. Like
Yeah.
Ott, like he'll be doing. There was one he like euroed and
Yeah.
he like spun it off
Yeah.
the other side of the backboard. I was like, what is this kid doing? And he made it. So like honestly, I guess I can't hate
Did
on
you
it,
guys
but
win
yeah,
your games last weekend?
We did 2-0 for that weekend. Yeah, that was great.
Where are you guys at in the power rankings now?
Dude, I have no idea. I can't even.
Who
follow that,
is
like,
orchestrating the power rankings?
Dude, no, like I
The
was
same person that's created the Zach Ott Big Man of
Yes,
the Year award?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Shoulda
yeah, yeah. That
Shoulda known.
That's basically all you need to know. But you have any others?
Shout out Night of Hoops tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, facts. Night of Hoops tonight. That's where I'm in the Navy. I'm sure this won't be up by the. Yeah, no, this won't be up by then.
Don't
but,
doubt your producer.
maybe.
No, I just don't know what he's got,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna
Yeah,
make
we'll
a
see.
promise.
We'll see.
I wouldn't be in charge of keeping. But yeah, shout out that. It's gonna be great. If you are watching this before that, please do come. If
Crafton's
not,
reffing, right?
Crafton's
Crafton's
What
reffing.
time is it
Yeah.
at? Let's.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Crafton's
I was gonna
reffing.
say
He's
6:30.
undoubtedly going to like be
Crafton's gonna throw the game.
very like skittish
Yeah.
with the whistle. Like, oh, she's like,
Oh, and you best believe Orange Crush will be letting the refs hear it tonight. Any bad calls not in our favor will be heard for sure. Yeah, and I
Make
don't
sure
like
to go.
Barrington, so our yeah. So yeah,
It's a big game.
It's a big game. It's a big game.
Shout out my guy Varun.
Yeah, for
Shout
real.
out
For anyone
Varun.
else, Micah.
Micah.
Micah's video. I
Micah.
saw Micah's video too. Much love for Micah.
Mike is hype.
Yeah, he is.
Very hype. Love that guy.
Hey, I know you guys were going to think about your favorite rap lyrics of all time. Do you have anything
I
to share?
told
this
you
week?
mine last week.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Then
that
you
was
said
good.
something about like
I said
Wesley Willis. I've never
no.
even heard
I
this
said
guy.
Jordan Belford.
Okay.
I said
yeah.
I've been getting dirty money,
Yeah.
Jordan Belford.
I thought you'd
I'm
come
gonna
with like some Eminem.
So,
like,
so actually, a funny story about that. Once again, in speech class, we had to choose a walk-up song, and I did in fact choose Jordan Belfort just because I don't know why. I just think
I enjoy The Wolf of Wall Street as a movie. But I don't understand how Jordan Belfort has become like this heroic cult figure. The guy
Oh,
went bankrupt.
yeah,
and then
no,
lost
so, like,
everything that he.
no, like honestly, yeah, I've done like a lot of research on him just because he's so interesting to me.
such an
The
arrogant-
yeah, I know, but yeah. So listen to the song. That's all. That's your homework.
My favorite scene in that movie is that scene where he's like, "I'm not leaving."
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great meme.
And like honestly, when I think Jordan Belfort, like I obviously know what he looks like, but I almost immediately think Leo, and like that's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Good
actor.
acting.
One of my favorite. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like also what makes that movie I think so like
Jordan's
well-known.
performance is unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's like with Tony Soprano. Like you,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
forget
you-
that James Gandolfini is
He's
actually
like-
a person outside
exactly.
of a person.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's how I picture. Even though he's in so many other movies that are arguably like definitely better. Like actually a lot of movies that he's in that are better. It's just like that's just how that was one of the key movies for me.
Can I get one more shout out? Shout out Jason Schmidt, graduate of the class of 2019. He is in Grease 2, which is going to air on Netflix in March. He plays the character of Buddy. He was in the trailer. He had like 2 kissing scenes in the trailer. So I think he's going to be
Important.
he's going to be an important character. Perhaps like, he's like having relationships with different multiple people. It could be a very controversial
Scandalous.
Cash.
character. Jason is like the least scandalous person ever. But shout out Jason Schmidt.
Yeah, so that'll do it for episode 7. Thank you everybody for watching. If you made it to this point, as always, thanks Coach Scott. Thanks Brett for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next week.